All right, hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Hope everyone is, still mentally there after what happened last night with the price of Bitcoin. And we are going to review all of that starting now. Shout out to my good friend, Alex. I don't know if I want to divulge the last name I don't even know if he watches. I got to get you back on the stream, man. You've been on the stream before. Try to keep people's privacy. I don't know. But thanks for hitting me up on Telegram as I told you late. Not that I'm encouraging everyone to DM me on Telegram that I'm late. All right, let's go to the charts. Let's try to make sense of what is going on. How's my camera? Okay. Are we tracking or are we not tracking? It doesn't. Who cares? Let's go to the charts. Boom. Let's go to the high level. This is our Heikin-Ashi look. And I will be talking about this candle the entire month, in that I am very, very curious if this candle is going to swing and make a brand new low. Honestly, I am leaning to this candle actually swinging and making a brand new low. And at the same time, I am expecting this month to mark the low in Bitcoin. Either it'll be the lowest close on a monthly scale, or it will be the lowest swing low of the entire bear market, or both. Both is also very likely, okay? Though on the Heikin-Ashi version, we could have, a lower monthly close, because these candles kind of take the average, so they're very, very different. If we look at the regular style candles, I'm also expecting this month to either be the lowest monthly close or the lowest swing low, or both, okay? Now, someone has mentioned, because this prior area, someone mentioned, tagged me on Twitter, saying that because this, let me pull out your live chat actually, so I can see it. I have like a second monitor, but I keep forgetting to connect it. Should probably do that. Actually, no, I'm off to Costa Rica tomorrow, so there's no point. So someone mentioned that because this right here, this $14,000 top was very artificial due to the plus token scam and Ponzi scheme, that this may not be proper support for the for price as a prior swing high. I actually disagree with that. Just because this top was artificially made, it actually still a critical point, because there was lots of volume that took place at this level. And this level, I believe, is going to be defended if the price comes down to that level. But it depends on whether you use the swing top at just under 14,000, or the monthly or the closing top, which is all the way down below 11,000. That's a big discrepancy right there. Yeah, I am going to be in San Jose tomorrow. If people are in San Jose, and I do want to, I heard that San Jose is like the last place you should be in Costa Rica. Like, I heard everywhere else is nicer than San Jose, and you want to be in other parts. It's different. Different countries are different. Like some countries where it's like dangerous outside the major city, but Costa Rica, apparently it's way better outside the major city. Brazil is a hit and miss. In Brazil, Brazil is so huge. It depends on where you go. Outside the major cities could be dangerous or could be significantly safer. So it's like a complete bell curve. Anyway, right now, This is not looking good. Let's go to the weekly chart. The weekly chart is on par to give us a new weekly close. The problem is that it's easier to talk about problems and the bad stuff than the good stuff, because there's very little good stuff right now going on. The bad news is that this thing is moving down unreasonably slowly. And because it's moving down unreasonably slowly, we actually need to close below 17,600 in order to speed up the crash. But it could take us like 3 more weeks to close below 17,600. And then what happens to my expectation that we're gonna make the ultimate low this month if we are closing below 17,600 on, say, September 29th, okay? And that means it's possible that we're gonna capitulate in October, okay? And then it gets really, really painful. But you have to be ready for it. You have to be ready for it. Would I be shorting right now? The answer is no. I already missed my opportunity to short. Maybe on a very small short-term level, but not on a major level. This is a disastrous looking pattern on a weekly chart. It's even worse looking on a 4-day chart, as we have broken to a new 4-day close. There's still 2.5 days left, so we may not close this low, but I don't see why we would not. Other than this letter A, there's very little support going on here. So I'm still looking at this. There's no arrows I need to add, no arrows I need to remove. This is still the outlook. Nothing is changing. We have fallen to just at the ultimate support. We have started a brand new count on the MRI. You see this arrow that I would have drawn on August 23rd. And this arrow goes down to just under 18,000. But that gives us a double bottom. And what do you guys know about double bottoms? What have I taught people about double bottoms? Double bottoms, it's a miracle that a double bottom would ultimately lead to a reversal in price. Double bottoms are meant to be broken to the downside. The market just doesn't reverse at the same price multiple times. You do not get multiple chances to buy the bottom. You get one chance. You either get one chance or too many chances that you take it for granted. Those are your options. Okay, we can go back on a weekly chart. We can go back to, you basically got lucky right here to get a second chance to buy close to the bottom. Close. It wasn't the same, it was close. And this is also pretty close, but you only had a few hours. You had a few hours to buy the low, and then you had a few more hours to buy another low that was still like 15% higher. And if you go all the way back to here, see, you had a few hours to buy this low. You had a few hours to buy this low. You had a few hours. This is, I'm sorry, there are visually impaired people that watch this video. So shout out to my friend Ray. So I need to be more specific here. In 2015, you had a few hours to buy sub 200 in January 2015. You had a few more hours to buy below 200 in August of 2015. And you had a few hours the next week at the end of August to buy just above 200. And then you had like 3 months to buy 250. You had like 5 months to buy 250, 6 months to buy 250, and everyone was scared that Bitcoin is going to zero. So What do I think is likely to happen? I think we're just gonna grind down to 18,000 and then capitulate one more time. Not on a scale of 2020. So what can I do as an example here? 2020 was just too much, right? That COVID crash was just too big. So what can we use as an example? Maybe this. Let me grab this. So there is this copy feature somewhere. So I'm gonna grab this candle. Let's go to here. Let's try this. Let's see how this fits. No, it's way too steep to the upside. It's a little too steep to the upside. Though it looks good, right? No, it can happen. There's just going to be a shortage in Bitcoin. There's just not going to be Bitcoin for sale. Like if Bitcoin crashes one more time, there'll be people buying it up like crazy. And then we break both of these moving averages quick, and then we get rejected by this one. So let's be optimistic. This is as optimistic as I'll get here. Because remember, the halving is coming. And there's going to be massive hype about Bitcoin. And people are not going to believe in this rally. They'll get one more shot to buy it, like right here, below 20K. Yeah, you know, this ain't bad. This is a big move, though. Like this bottom is only 20K. Like, so this top is 30K. That's going to be interesting. And then this top is 47. Now it can happen. It can happen. What's another option we can do? Let me try this. How would this look? Maybe I can change the color. To I don't know what to use. Purple, maybe? Let's use this. What if we applied this one? Oh, that's painful. Yeah, see that's a huge capitulation. I don't know if we can capitulate like that in a single week. You know, guys? I should put this over it. I should bring this to the front. So you have the more optimistic scenario. How do I move this to front? Visual order, bring to front. There it is. So you have the more optimistic scenario where the crash is smaller and the rise is bigger. And then you have the more pessimistic scenario where the crash is bigger and the rise is slower. Which is also weird because normally this creates something called, Martin Armstrong refers to as a slingshot. When you have something that crashes so bad in an asset that is so important that it rebounds stronger. It's a counterintuitive view of the market, where the bigger the crash, the faster the rebound. See, this crash wasn't as bad. Like the crash in December 2018, well, November 2018, was not as catastrophic as the crash in February, March 2020. And the rebound in March, April of 2020 was bigger and faster than the rebound in, early 2019. So it's a bit counterintuitive. It also works in the opposite direction. The faster we go up, the harder we come down. We went up ridiculously fast in 2017. Like in the last month of 2017, and we may need to go to a monthly chart here, right? So in the last, let's say, month and a half, because we topped out middle of December, right? So in the last month and a half, let's say the last 2 months and a half, Bitcoin went up 300%. 300% in the last 2.5 months, okay? In the last month, or in the last 6 weeks, it went up 200%. In the last 2 weeks, it went up 100%. And then it crashed. In 2.5 months, it was down 70%. So the faster you go up, the faster you come down. We did not go up as fast in April. Okay, in April, in the last 3 months, we only went up 200%, not 300. And in the last month, we went up 76%, not 200. And then it took us the same 2.5 months to fall 50%, not 70. Okay? You're right, 50%. So normally, the bigger the crash, the bigger the rise. But I just presented 2 scenarios of where we will capitulate, and I'm using weekly scales here. But we have to capitulate like next week. So next week or the week after. Okay, so I can bring this out to the right a little. But I personally believe we are going lower. Is there 100% chance? No, more like 70% chance. I'm not shorting this, but I want to try to time this buy right here. Oh, wow, that's a really low bar. Jesus, that's 11K. Oh, that's bad. See, this one is at least 14. All right, let's see how it goes. Hey guys, before I go on to traditional markets, check out the financial summit. Hopefully people can still afford it. In Bali, less than 2 months away, in Bali, Indonesia. Oh, we updated the unconfiscatable website. Unconfiscatable is going to be December 2023, not this December, next December. We're going to regroup. We're going to reevaluate. It is going to be back at the D Hotel. 1 more year, and then we'll see what happens later. On my personal website, check out my calendar so you can see where I'm traveling to. I will be in Costa Rica tomorrow. No events going on, but I might, host something over the weekend at some bar or some restaurant. I've never been to Costa Rica, so I'll be exploring. Please follow the Financial Summit on our social media, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. So this is my notifications. You go to my profile and then Summit Twitter handle, almost at 2,000 followers. Daily chart, you guys already seen it. Man, on a daily chart perspective, I think it'll be something like this if we do another copy paste kind of thing going on. So maybe something like that. And then this moving average will reject it in this area, and then we break it. But then after that, we just continue go higher. Into next year. So from there, we grab another one of these. So I want to see some consolidation. Maybe this. No, that's already consolidation. So something like that. Something like that. Into 2023. And then up from there. Let's see how the miners have done yesterday. Also, anything from the live chat? Do you ever look at total chart? Not really. Would you set limit buys? Yes. Yes. So my recommendation for limit buys is just under 1700. Like those are the that's my recommendation for limit buys. That's where I would do. I mean, like actually, this shouldn't be trading advice, right? Limit buys for $10 in case the authorities are watching. Buy $10 worth of Bitcoin under 17,000. And then I would have another limit buy down below, just above 16. No, a lot of miners are unfortunately being forced to sell. Here is Bitfarms. I will be eyeing Bitfarms. You guys, please, well, I should just sign up for a notification here for Bitfarms. I'm going to be utilizing this page so much starting next year, because next year I'm not going to be focused on conferences, because we have no conferences. I'm not hosting any more conferences until like the end of 2023. So BITF. So the moment Bitfarms gives me, why does this look different? Oh, because this is weekly. That's why. I was about to say, is one of them wrong? No. So Bitfarms is going to give a second consecutive buy at a brand new low. Man, Bitfarms stock. If it can make it down to here, 74 cents. Oh, wow, that would be awesome. That would be super cool. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I gotta set myself an alert. See, it's bearish across the board. So I wouldn't touch it now. And here's the weekly. You should definitely try out the service, guys. You can set your alerts, it'll notify you in Telegram. Oh, something is bottoming on a monthly scale. That's an expensive stock, considering it's been bearish forever. ACN. What is that? What are you, ACN? Oh, I should add this to my favorites. I should add bit farms to my favorites. What's ACN? Monthly bottoming and weekly on extension B. So you can click on the chart right there, go to the monthly scale. I gotta ask not my team. I gotta ask the team to switch this and this. Like, it just makes no sense because this is where daily, weekly, monthly is, and then you have like alerting here. They should be flipped. Because this is where I'm looking at it, and then I want to click on the monthly, and then I got to go all the way over here to click. Okay, so this thing topped on a second consecutive MRI buy. This stock is actually performing super well in a recession. What the hell did they do? I don't know what ACN is. So there should be a button also tells you what the hell this company is, at least what sector it's. That'd be good to know. Airbnb. Oh, bottom. Airbnb is bottom on a monthly. Let's see. No, I don't like it. Bottoming on a daily and monthly. Applied materials. That's the daily. I like this chart. Weekly, looks ugly. And monthly, looks okay. It looks okay. So next month it's going to be at an MRI buy. Wow, look at this MRI buy right here, an MRI sell here, and then another MRI sell here. Whoa, third consecutive MRI sell there. MRI, wow. This is super cool. Talk about a chart that follows the MRI. Now, this one here is a little tricky, but there's also a video that teaches people how to trade the MRI. You get back in on a green 2 right here, or at least right here when it breaks out. Wow, just look at this chart. Should take a screenshot. This is great. What does BTC look like on the alert service? So it looks exactly like TradingView. It should anyway. Favorites. And Bitcoin. Nope, that's Binance. Do I even have Bitcoin? Oh, here it is. Bitcoin versus the dollar. But I'm not sure what index we're using here. But it should look exactly the same. I mean, it's just the representation of the data. It's just an alert service, right? The data should be the same. Okay, let's look at other markets. GBEC premium is, of course, a basket case. It is coming up on an MRI buy, though. Hourly chart looks good, but I don't think it'll get us very far. Oil. So oil is going down. The United States has been sneakily depleting its strategic emergency oil reserve in a last-ditch effort to keep the price of oil down going into the midterm elections. The Democrats will pull out all the stops to get reelected. And let's see how it works out for them. I can only imagine what happens to the price of oil once the strategic reserve, the U.S. strategic reserve, is fully depleted. Let's see. USA draws. It's at record lows. USA strategic. I'm googling it on a different monitor. Strategic oil reserve at 40-year low. Let me see. This is a headline from June. That's a while ago now. 37-year low, August 1st. 35-year low. We broke 40-year low. I just need an article. Again, shit gets censored all the time. I'm trying to find, a reputable headline. How's Reuters or Bloomberg? How's Bloomberg's out? So this is a headline from June. U.S. is depleting its strategic petroleum reserve faster than it looks. Okay, so I just saw these headlines somewhere. Maybe it was on our own Twitter. Maybe we push. I saw it somewhere. Where did we post this? Anyway, here it is. So, oil piggy bank. So here is the United States and how much oil it has in its strategic emergency reserves down in Texas and Oklahoma. No, sorry, Louisiana, down in Louisiana. And here is what the current administration. So when did Biden take office? The Democrats took office in January of 2021. Make a note of this, right? Now, I'm not saying Trump was also pulling from the strategic oil reserve in 2018, but not as much. And then the price of oil in 2020 goes down to negative $40 a barrel. And this is also Trump's fault. I'm not going to call Trump a saint here, right? But in 2020, during COVID, right? So let's go back to the oil chart. Right here, between March and May, and during April of 2020, oil was free. Oil was free. They paid you to take it. And at this time, this is Trump's fault. This is I'll blame the Republicans when it's time to blame the Republicans. So the stupidity of the Trump, well, it may not be stupidity, right? It may be strategic, but it's bad for the country. So right here in April of 2020, after when the amount of oil in the US strategic reserve was down to 635 million barrels versus its all-time high of 727, the Trump administration could have filled its oil reserves back to its 2016 levels when Trump was elected president. So Trump took office January 2016. And it would have been the right thing to do to fill the oil, fill the reserve on the cheap to above the level where, now clearly the facility can hold more oil because it's done it in 2011. So that would have been the smart thing to do. But in a way, maybe he wanted to hurt the Democrats and not give them extra oil to play with, right? So it could have been strategic, bad for the people. Like, politicians don't work in your favor most of the time. They work for their own favor most of the time. But here's what the Democrats have done since taking office in January 2021. They have depleted the strategic oil reserve from, I wish I could zoom in on this chart, from 640 barrels in January down to, that has to be projected because we're not in October yet. So what the fuck? I don't want projected, I want actual. This article was written in June. So the actual in June was this. But I've also read that they're already at 40-year low. So we can look up how much they have right now, and we can see whether this chart was an overestimate or an underestimate. So I'm going to Google it on a different monitor. I just hate Googling on live air. How much oil is left in strategic reserve? And I'll get like the last 24-hour number or something. So news, and then we're gonna look at tools, and then look at like the last 2 weeks of headlines or something. Tools, past. Oh, we'll look at past week, see if anything comes up. 13 hours, nope. Okay, I have to put USA in there. Wow, they're really not making it easy for you to find out how much oil is in the strategic reserve. I mean, the censoring is real. Like, I can't find it. I can't find it. If anyone has the latest number, post it in the live chat. If anyone knows how much oil is in the strategic reserve, and then we can see what a Bloomberg estimated correctly. So on October 1st, are we going to be more or less than 359 million barrels in the US strategic oil reserve? If they tell you, if they don't hide that shit from you. I see a super chat. Hi, Tone. I am buying the dip and tipping in fiat. Would you please take a long-term assessment of silver price between 24 and 32, and how high could it go? Sure. I don't think it's going to go very high. Crap. Why is it so difficult to find how much oil is in the strategic reserve? What about the last 2 weeks? No, I don't have past 2 weeks. I only have past month. Crap. US strategic oil reserve. Okay, maybe there's a recent chart in the last 2 weeks. Okay, here we go. Got a headline. Of course, it's not a mainstream headline. It's probably some gloom and doom blog. But hey, if their data is right, their data is right. Let's see. Do they give a number? No, they're posting the same chart from Bloomberg. It's a forecast. Oh, based on release already pre-announced. Okay, so they have pre-announced. Oh, because it says it right there, because I'm retarded. This is pre-announced. They are going to do this. This is what they're doing. They see, usually, here's how it works. Here's how the government uses the strategic reserve. They announce that they're going to release a bunch of oil. They spook the market to panic and drop the price of oil in the futures market. But they don't actually release a lot of oil from the strategic reserve. You can see how the strategic reserve has been rising and rising and rising. And even it was still pretty damn high in August of 2020. But they always threaten to release all the oil from the strategic reserve. For the first time in 40 years, they're actually releasing it like they can just, wave a magic wand and the oil will magically return. While at the same time, the current administration in the US has stopped oil exploration. So this is a total catastrophe, right? And they need to do this in order to drop the price of oil going into the election. Remember, election is in November. And just like the Trump administration did not refill the strategic reserve. 1 second. Sorry, guys, I have to sneeze real quick. Just like the Trump administration did not refill the strategic reserve, the Democrats might actually deplete the strategic oil reserve down below the 1982 level in order to screw over the Republicans when they win office. And then the Republicans will have no ability whatsoever to draw from the oil reserve to lower the price of gas at the pump. And then the tables will flip where the Democrats will blame Republicans over the next 4 years that the price at the pump has gone from like an average of $5 right now all the way to $15 a gallon. It's going to be a sight to see. Okay, so we have 450 left. And but this is the projection. No, I'm just going to Istanbul and then I'm going to Kazakhstan. Probably, maybe Uzbekistan. All right, we're done with this. Someone wanted me to look at oil. Sorry, silver. Let's go look at silver. So I don't think silver will ever go up. Like it'll go up due to inflation and minor speculation. But well, the stock market is up a little today, and yet it's having no effect on Bitcoin. All right, I'm going to look at silver and then we're going to call it a day. Wait, how do I? Oh, yeah, low. they changed this. Where's load chart? I don't want to load layout. How do I open a saved chart? What happened here? No, I don't want to do that. How do I open saved charts? What's going on? What happened to TradingView? Where's my button that says load a saved chart? I mean, recently viewed charts, but what the hell happened? Do I not? I'm still premium. I mean, I paid the money, and not a small sum. How do I open a saved chart? There used to be a button here that says load save chart. Like what happened? What am I missing? No, it's not. Load layout is not. I hit load layout and it like created something new. Oh no, that's new layout. Load layout. Oh. Okay. Why did they change the name? Was it always? It wasn't load layout before, was it? It's been a while since I hit this button. Maybe it was. Maybe I'm missing something. All right, so here is silver weekly, silver daily, silver monthly, and most importantly, the silver dollar ratio. So sorry, silver gold ratio. Let's see if these things load. I'm on my hotspot, which I'm totally abusing. So my charts aren't loading, which sucks. I can get them to load by disconnecting internet and reconnecting, but that would also cut Zoom. So that's unfortunate. I will leave those charts there and I will cover it tomorrow. I'm scrolling through your live chat before I cut this video. What is my percent chance Bitcoin below 15,000 this year? 25%. 25% chance Bitcoin is below 15,000 this year. But only like a 5% chance it's below 15,000 next year. If Bitcoin's going below 15,000, I think it'll happen this year, not next year. All right, yeah, they're not loading. Nothing I can do. Sorry, guys. Other than Bitcoin, is there any other coin you would speculate on? No. I would speculate on stocks of Bitcoin companies. Miners, maybe even Coinbase. I mean, I wouldn't buy Coinbase, but. Oh, wait, probably won't load. Oh, it did load. So it's just not loading these. That sucks. So I can look at silver versus gold. I should do it the other way, gold versus silver. But I'm not sure if it's stocks or not. Like, I'm not sure what it's actually using. So I gotta do GC1 explanation point divided by SI1 explanation point. And now we can do a monthly chart. All right, new plan. XAU is, I think, gold. And what is silver? If XAU is gold, what's the silver what's the silver version of XAU? Oh, sorry, XAU is silver. Which one? Gold and silver. Shit, it's not what I wanted. So gold per ounce divided by silver per ounce. This should work. Oh, I had it. What the hell? I had something there. Right. Okay, here we go. There was one with like lines on it. Shit. They have a gold silver ratio. It doesn't go back as far. I had a better one. What about this one? XAU, XAG is the other one. And here's one more. Okay. No. Gold. This one. Okay, here we go. Okay, it was just on gold. Okay. And divided by silver. Got it. So here is my outlook on gold silver ratio. Okay, that's my outlook on the gold silver ratio. So gold will go up more than silver. That's my outlook. Does that mean silver can't go up? No, it just means gold will go up faster. Okay. So I think this high will be broken. All right, I'm done. I gotta get going, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to our Financial Summit social media. Bye, guys.